We acknowledge that our perspectives alone cannot capture the unique experiences of those with intersecting identities. Our goal is to share useful tips, start important conversations, and learn together by sharing what we know. Hey, what's up, my fellow neurodivergents and allies alike? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kaylee Kirsch, and I am an ADHD neurodiversity educator and advocate. In this episode, we're tackling a big topic that affects us all: stress. I know when stress hits, my brain goes full SpongeBob meme mode. Like, you know, the one where like his brain's on fire, office chaos, frazzled, all over the place? Yeah, that's me. And maybe you can relate too, which is why this episode will be perfect for you. So, stress. We all experience it, but the key is knowing how to manage it effectively. Whether you're autistic or neurotypical, these strategies can make a world of a difference. But here's some reassurance. We're sharing all the tools and strategies to help you confidently manage stress. So stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll be able to confidently manage stress and put out some of those fires for SpongeBob.
Hi everyone, my name's Daniel Strom, and I'm a therapist, a social worker, a TV writer, an autistic self-advocate, and all-around general nerd. All right, we're going to break this down into three main strategies: knowing your triggers, keeping a list of coping strategies close by, and knowing when to reach out for help. Stress affects us all, and knowing how to manage it effectively can make a world of difference in your day-to-day. From improving our mood to enhancing our productivity, mastering stress management techniques is essential for living our best lives.
First up, let's talk about knowing your triggers. Everyone has different triggers that stress them out. It could be loud noises, crowded places, or even certain social situations. The important thing is to identify what specifically causes you stress. Once you know your triggers, you can start to manage them effectively. A good example of this in action is the case of Amir. He loved D&D and was excited to participate in a new in-person game. He needed to rely on public transit to get there, though. Remembering that he has felt overwhelmed traveling on the bus in the past, he thought of all the ways he could reduce his stress. He grabbed his noise-canceling headphones, a brimmed hat to reduce visual input and harsh lighting, and chose to leave 30 minutes early to avoid peak travel times. He felt so much calmer when he arrived at his game. By naming his reaction, Amir was able to use tools like noise-canceling headphones, traveling during quieter times, and avoiding rush hours to manage his stress. Naming what was bothering him allowed him to tame it. Name it to tame it.
Have you ever noticed that you can't think as clearly when you're stressed? Well, it's true. When you're stressed, stress hormones flood the brain, which makes it harder to think straight. That's why it's helpful to keep a list of your coping strategies handy. Here's a tip. Write down some coping strategies that you've used in the past and keep the list in a place where you can easily access it, like your phone or a notebook. When you notice that you're feeling stressed or irritable, turn to your personalized list.
Having someone to talk to can be a game changer when it comes to managing stress. Whether it's a friend, family member, or therapist, having a support system in place can provide invaluable comfort and guidance during challenging times. Don't hesitate to reach out and lean on your support network when you need it most. After all, no road is long in good company. It's also essential to know when to reach out for professional help. If you find yourself losing interest in activities that you once enjoyed, experiencing overwhelming negative thoughts, or feeling hopeless, it may be time to seek support from a mental health professional. Remember, asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Between my personal experience and that of the many community members who have shared similar experiences with us, it can be super hard to rely on verbal communication when we are in need of support. So consider code words and alternative forms of letting people know you need help, like communication cards. By tracking your baseline levels, you can gain valuable insights into your mental and emotional health, track patterns, and see improvements over time. Let's try an exercise together. First, grab a notebook or open a note-taking app on your phone. We're going to create a simple baseline tracker. Draw a chart with columns for the date, your stress level, and a few notes about your day. Each day, rate your stress on a scale from 1 to 10, with 1 being very low, wonder what that's like, and 10 being very high. Be honest with yourself. This is for your eyes only. Then, jot down a few notes about your day. Did anything specific happen that influenced your stress? For example, you might write 4, had a productive day at work, or 8, felt overwhelmed by a big project. Over time, you'll start to see patterns in your stress levels and can understand what impacts them. Plus, don't we love a good pattern? Daily tracking can be difficult to keep up with, so you could try setting a reminder on your phone to check in with your tracker each day. It only takes a few minutes, but the insights you'll gain are invaluable. Remember, the goal is to understand your baseline and see how you can improve over time. This exercise is all about self-awareness and growth. Managing stress is an ongoing journey, and it's okay to seek support when you need it. With awareness, we can navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience.
Hi, my name is Dori Zenner. I'm a neurodiversity advocate, social worker, and clinician with over 20 years experience working with autistic individuals. As a minority group, neurodivergent people face unique stressors. Knowing what they are can help reduce the impact of these factors. Autistic people face higher rates of social isolation and bullying. Finding a peer group that values you for who you are and shares similar interests can be a strong buffer against these negative effects. Also, neurodivergent individuals often navigate environments that are not designed with their needs in mind, leading to increased anxiety and stress. It can be helpful to develop self-advocacy skills and identify communication tools so that you can communicate your needs and boundaries effectively. It can be hard to advocate for your own needs. Finding a therapist who practices neuroaffirming care can help you create supportive environments where you feel understood and accepted. Neuroaffirming care can help you mitigate against the impact of external stressors and help you foster a sense of belonging and self-worth.
So, to recap, we talked about the importance of knowing your stress triggers, keeping a list of coping strategies, tracking your baseline, and recognizing when and how to reach out for help. Using these strategies in your daily life can help you build resilience and reclaim control of your well-being. And remember, it doesn't have to get to the worst extent possible before you ask for help. You're not a burden and you're worthy of getting the support you need.
That's it for this episode. I hope you found these tips helpful. Remember, managing stress is a journey, and it's all about finding what works best for you. Be kind to yourself. Take it one step at a time, and reach out for support when you need it.
You can find a free resource for this episode on our website at dorizenner.com. There's one for each episode in this series, so please do check those out. If you found this episode helpful, please tap that like button and subscribe for more neuroaffirming content on autism and healthy living. And truly, genuinely reach out to us on our socials. We love to hear from you. You'll also be able to connect with other actually autistic folks there. Until next time, take care and stay well.